Dear students, today I am going to start with the third module, that is nuclear power plant. The content of today's session is Introduction to nuclear power plant, economics of nuclear power plant, merits and demerits of power plant, selection of site for the placement of nuclear power plant, then nuclear reaction. So first let us start with Introduction to nuclear power plant. What is meant by nuclear power plant actually? A generating station in which the nuclear energy gets converted into electrical energy is known as nuclear power plant. Actually, in case of a nuclear power plant, heavy elements such as uranium or thorium are subjected to nuclear fusion process in a special apparatus known as a reactor. After the nuclear fusion process, whatever the amount of heat gets generated, that is to be utilized in rising the steam at a high temperature and pressure. The steam runs the steam turbines, converts the steam energy into mechanical energy. Then the steam turbine is coupled with the alternator so that the alternator will convert that mechanical energy into electrical energy. The most important factor of nuclear power plant is the large amount of a power can be produced by the use of small amount of a fuel as compared with the other type of a power plant. So in order to understand this thing, let us consider an example of if you are supposed to perform the nuclear fusion of 1 kg of uranium, that is uranium 235, it will produce as much energy which can be produced by burning near about 4,500 tons of high grade coal in case of a steam power plant. So 1 kg uranium, how much we were producing the heat, that much amount of heat energy could be produced by burning near about 4,500 tons of high grade coal in case of a steam power plant. So imagine that what will be the content of coal is required in order to generate the high amount of a heat in case of nuclear power plant. Although the recovery of principal nuclear fuels is difficult and expensive, yet the total energy content of the estimated world reserves of these fuels are considerably higher than those of the conventional fuels such as it may be coal, oil and gas. At present, the crisis is creeping up and therefore the nuclear energy can be successfully employed for producing the low-cost electrical energy on a large scale to meet growing commercial and industrial demands of electricity power generation. Next, let us start with economics of nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plants are cost competitive with the other forms of power generation except in the regions where there is a direct access to the low-cost fossil fuels. Fuel costs for the nuclear power plants are less portion of total generating cost and it is 1/3 of whatever the total cost we were considering in case of a coal-fired plants. In assessing the cost competitiveness of nuclear energy, decommissioning and waste disposal costs are also taken into the consideration. The relative cost of generating the electricity from the coal, gas and nuclear plants are considerably depends upon the location actually. Gas is also cost competitive for base load power plants in many places, particularly with the combined cycle plants. Nuclear energy in many places competitive with the fossil fuel for electricity generation. Despite relatively high capital cost, the need to internalize all the waste disposal and decommissioning cost actually. If the social, health and environmental cost of fossil fuels are taken into account, we can say that the nuclear power plant will be outstanding compared with the other type of a power plants. Now next, start with what are the merits of nuclear power plants. So every power plant is having certain advantages and disadvantages. So first let us start with advantages, that is nothing but the merits of your nuclear power plant. First one is the amount of a fuel required is very less in case of nuclear power plant. Therefore, there is a considerable saving in the cost of fuel transportation. So fuel transportation cost is to be gets reduced because the quantity of a fuel required in order to generate the heat energy is very less in case of a nuclear power plant. Second thing is that the nuclear power plant will require the less space as compared with any other type of a power plant of having the same size. If it has a low running charges as the small amount of a fuel is required in order to generate the bulk power. Next thing is, this type of a plant is very economical in order to produce the bulk electricity. It can be located near to the load centers because it does not require the large quantity of water and need not be near to the coal mines. Therefore, the cost of a primary distribution can be gets reduced by placing it near to the load centers. The next point is, it ensures the reliability of operation. Okay. Then they are very well suited for the large power demands. No atmospheric pollution as there is a no combustible products are to be produced as we have seen in case of a steam power plant. Generation of a power is not affected due by the weather conditions as we are seeing in case of a hydroelectric power plant, because hydroelectric power plants are mainly depends on the quantity of water storage in case of a dam with respect to the rainfall in the raining seasons actually. Okay. Then one more point is, these plants are neat and clean compared compared with the other type of a power plants. Similarly, it has a certain disadvantages also. First disadvantage is, the fuel used is expensive and it is difficult to recover. So actually the quantity of fuel required is less, but at the same time whatever may be the quantity, but the cost of fuel is much more expensive and hence it is difficult to recover. Second thing is, the capital cost of a nuclear power plant is very high as compared with the other type of a power plants. Then next point is, the nuclear power plants are not suitable for a varying load conditions as the nuclear reactor does not respond to the load fluctuations efficiently. Next point is, the erection and commissioning of the nuclear power plant require highly skilled and trained persons. Maintenance charges are high due to the lack of standardization. Moreover, high salaries of specially trained persons which employed to handle the plant which will again increases the cost actually. One more point is that the failure of a control may lead to the nuclear explosion. The next is, the disposal of the byproducts which are produced in case of a nuclear power plant. They are radioactive in nature, which is a very big problem in case of a nuclear power plant. They have either to be disposed of in a deep trench or in a deep sea away from the seashore. The next is, the selection of a site for the placement of nuclear power plant. There are several factors are to be taken into the consideration for the selection of site for the placement of nuclear power plant. First one is availability of the water. Second is the disposal of a waste away from the populated areas, nearness to the load centers, accessibility by the rail and road junction. First, let us start with availability of the water. As in case of a steam power station, the nuclear power stations also require the large quantity of a water for cooling as well as the steam generation. So it is better to place the power plant nearer to the area where the availability of water will be in a large quantity. Second thing is the disposal of a waste. As already we have said that whatever the waste coming out of the nuclear power plant, that is radioactive in nature. So the disposal of a waste should be done in a better way so that it could not affect to the health of the people who are living nearer to those areas. Then away from the populated areas, although there is a always tight safety is to be maintained while operating the nuclear power plant, but still there are the certain chances of radioactive radiation which may affect to the health of people. Therefore, it must be located away from the populated areas. Then fourth point is nearness to the load centers. Since the transportation and storage requirements are less compared to the coal-fired plants, it is preferred to construct the nuclear power plant near to the load centers so that the transportation of energy can be done at a minimum cost. Next is accessibility by the rail and road. Accessibility to the by the road and rail are the general consideration which have been considered in almost all type of a power plant, as the heavy equipments are to be transported to the sites during the construction, and the fuels are also required to transport from the coal mines, or it may be the normal whatever the mines we were considering for the different type of power plants during the operation. Okay. Therefore, the accessibility of the rail and road junction should be maintained in a proper way. Then next point is nuclear reaction. So what is exactly the nuclear reaction? So nuclear reaction is a process in which the two nuclei or a nucleus of an atom and a subatomic particle from outside the atom collide in order to produce one or more nuclides which are different from the base nuclide, which begin to the process actually. So what they are doing is they are going to consider the two nuclei or nucleus of an atom and a subatomic particle from the outside the atom. They are going to collide with one another so they can produce again one or more nuclides which are different from the base nuclides which have been considered in order to begin the process. That simple process we were going to call it as a nuclear reaction. Here actually there are the 4 different types of nuclear reactions are taking place in nature. First one is inelastic scattering, elastic scattering, neutron capture. Fourth one is the nuclear fission. So actually out of these 4 different methods, the last process, that is last reaction, that is the nuclear fission process, is most important from the nuclear power engineering point of view. And actually this type of reaction is possible only with the heavy nuclei, such as it may be uranium 92 to 82, 92 to 35, or it may be plutonium 94 to 39. So they are considering the different nuclei with atomic mass and atomic weight. Actually those points are to be considered, that is 92 to 232, 92 to 235 uranium, and plutonium 94 to 239. Then the nuclei produced after the reaction will be, after the reaction, that fourth process, what the fission process we were considering, no, that will be lighter than the original nuclei, and since they are now having the more binding energies per neutron, they release the energy. So this release of energy is due to the increase of a mass effect of the lighter nuclei. So after the process, whatever the nuclei we were getting, that will be lighter in nature, and they are having a they are going to release the energy due to the increase in the mass defect of the lighter nuclei. Then we may say that as a result of nuclear fission process, the target nucleus absorbs thermalizer, that is a slow neutron, and becomes highly excited. Therefore, it splits into 2 different masses, and the product masses will also be in an excited state, and they will try to become stable by emitting the neutrons. Then, what are the different methods of producing the chain reaction? So here actually what they are saying is there are a number of methods in order to perform the nuclear reaction. In one method, the neutrons are used as a bombarding particles. Then the main advantage of neutrons is that they are neutral, and hence they can make their own way through the shells of electrons and then through the nucleus even at the low energy. This is a practical method which have been used in almost all type of modern fusion reactors, and neutrons can be produced in a number of ways. The next is the chain reaction. So the natural uranium occurs in the three different isotopes, that is uranium 238, which is available in 99.3%, uranium 235, which is available for 0.7%, and uranium 234, which is available only in terms of minute traces. Out of these three all, uranium 235 is very easily and readily fissionable isotope what we were considering, and actually If a neutron is going to enter into uranium-235 atom,